I got used to it.
he's like half the size of Morticia.
Mm-hmm. So the
I've
casting
never read
for
the
Wednesday
comic.
was more accurate. It was more accurate to the original, but you know, I just love John Astin and Carolyn Jones. I really do.
Yeah, well, they're what we grew up on.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true.
Well,
I
I
do
missed it.
comics.
Comic
Yeah.
or cartoon, didn't see any of them.
I never read the cartoon, but I've looked through it. I never, I collected it or anything, but yeah, they're two of my favorites. And so far, each incarnate, except, I'm sorry, the, who was it? It was Daryl Hannah as Morticia. And who the hell played Gomez? Wasn't Tim Curry, was it?
Yeah, I believe it was.
Tim Curry, I love Tim Curry, but all I could see was Frankenfurter. I kept expecting to break out in, sweet transvestite as Gomez, and it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked. Sorry.
Time warp again.
He's got a good point. Read through a cartoon?
Well, breezed through it is more like it. Just like, oh yeah, that's Gomez and that's Morticia.
You mean comic. You missed it, sorry.
Comic. Oh my God. I'm half awake, y'all. I don't know what I'm saying.
All right, with that, let's get our Friday show rolling. Here we go. Spanking doggy.
Oh my God, I'm on a dragon, y'all! I'm on a dragon!
This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe.
All right, now I feel better.
That loud music pump your blood up, man. Get you going in the morning.
Get you going and moving and shaking. Hell yeah.
Very good morning. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, I have a little more energy than I did yesterday. Oh, I enjoy covering for Loki when he's away doing something very important like getting married. But yesterday I was very low energy. I'm sorry. Mornings are horrible for me. And yes, Mark, I have my Red Bull in me, so we'll see how we can do. But Dave, Bub, Arwyn, how are you today?
Morning.
Morning.
Stayed up too late last night, that's for sure.
Are you going to share with everybody what you did, or are we just going to keep that to yourself?
No. That's for my grandson, and just I just showed a few close friends.
It was so cute, though. I loved it. The eyes, y'all, the eyes.
Dave Bob's got talent that he does not share with just anybody but his grandson. So there.
Okay, you ought to consider that as your tree topper for Christmas. Have the little eyes lit up. No, hey, I have the ghost face mask for mine, so why not?
It's Christmas and you do something like that. Well, only Arwyn.
We are who we are, Jacob. We are who we are. I think it'd be cool. Hark the herald angels sing and then light up the eyes. Scary one. I don't know. I kind of like it. That's my jam.
Whatever floats your boat, I guess. Germans put pickles in their tree, so I guess a ghost on the top is something. That's interesting. I brought that up one time. Did you know, and I think it's the only one that actually has ghosts as part of their Christmas lore, comes out of England, or
That's
at least
true.
the Isle.
You talking about Thing? What's his name? The Thing? Oh, shit. I can't. What is it? Christmas Carol. Christmas Carol.
No, well, that's Charles Dickens, but he based that off of some of their old traditions. We have Mountains of Elysium in chat. A few other. I think I saw Louise. She's in chat. Some of these people over on the island who may be able to share a little bit more, but no, and it's not Krampus, James. It's just Christmas spirits. And Charles Dickens used that lore for part of the story, so it wasn't something he created.
Oh, I didn't know that. That is cool.
Yeah. So maybe you got a little more English in you than you thought.
Well, I might. Well, my family is a lot of my family is from over there, England, Ireland, and Scotland. I mean, it is what it is. I can't escape it because they're all. And then I've got some Croatian, actually some Jew, and I heard I have a little Barbados in me. I don't know how true that is, but hey, wouldn't that be a hoot, y'all?
Barbarian.
Yeah.
Ding, dong, ding. Now you know.
Now you know.
As far as I know, I'm a straight up 50-50 according to the doctor and some of the records and everything from my adoption. Mom was a blue-eyed, black. Go ahead.
I said, I think I got a lot of mutt in me.
You never know with the Rooster.
Yeah. No, my original surname, folks moved over here in about 1680 from Switzerland. Guy's name was Pierre.
Ooh.
Pierre
I guess that was kind of French, and then my mother was pure French Canadian. She had a little bit of Native American in her background, but I think
just about everybody has a little bit of that now, except for that senator who claims that she does.
Yeah, Pocahontas.
Yeah, Pocahontas.
Elizabeth Warren. Oh my God.
That one. Yeah. Genetically proven to be full of crap.
She had less than like 0.5% or less or something. I mean, it was
0.0 something.
It was laughable.
Well, see, I want to do that for my kids. I don't want to do it for me, but I want to do it for my kids.
And
just to find out, because I know what my husband was. I know what I am, and So it would be kind of neat to just see it fulfilled in our children. You know what I mean? But
Just here's the doctor speaking, not the mad doctor, but the doctor speaking.
mhm.
Those things are bunk.
Are
First off,
they? I
one,
wonder.
don't put your name on it, because that information gets sold around the world, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Um,
Plus,
the
if you
other
murder
thing,
somebody, they might track you down with that.
yeah. Well, within 2 generations, but after that, the genetic markers, the way a child is made, the genetic code gets scrambled over a couple of generations, and it becomes very inaccurate after 4 or 5 generations.
Really?
So they say, yeah, I've got 10% of Irish in me and 15% of Asian in me. It's no, you don't.
Yeah,
They don't.
okay. I'm so glad you brought that up because math is not my thing, but I've often wondered how in
We
the
were talking
hell can
genetics, not math.
they be, no, hang on. You're talking math with the 10% and the 1% and the 3%. How the hell do they get that accurate? I've often
They
wondered.
don't.
That's really accurate.
They're just throwing crap up against the wall and seeing what sticks.
See, math is involved. I knew something was shady going on with
Yeah,
that. I'm like,
there's a little bit, where there's a certain genetic marker in there, and they say, well, the certain amount of the population actually has that, so you have that percentage within you. But the thing is those markers, believe it or not, change. The genetic diversity that gets initiated over a couple of generations it starts to become untrackable, regardless of what they tell you. There are certain things that remain consistent, but for it to be accurate, say like your great grandparents may be the last
Josh
one
knows
that
me
is
too
really
well.
accurate.
Josh knows me too well. Why did I go straight to the murder cover story?
yeah, that was kind of it. Well, it is Halloween, y'all. So J Pop was just holding a skull. So there we go.
Everyone has their plans and their secret agendas, and Dave Bob's is one that we would all be terrified if we actually knew.
Yeah. Be afraid.
Oh my gosh. I almost choked on some tea.
You can't trust old white men. You just can't trust them.
Silent genetics. I love it. All hail era. God. Yes.
Pat's got it.
110%.
Yeah. No, my birth mom was Irish, full-blooded from what they could tell. Pop was Native American from one of the tribes down there, and I care not to look into it. It's opening a can of worms I just prefer not to mess with. So there. No, I got adopted parents. They love me. I love them. Adopted brothers and sisters. We're all happy. So, nah, I don't have any, what does they call it? Unfulfilled or emptiness or any of that type of stuff that these people say that they have in order to fulfill their life and become whole as a person. They need to dig into all these different closets where dear old mom and dad put you up for adoption for a reason, and maybe they don't want you searching them out. So I never did. Don't care to.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I used to think one of my older brothers was adopted just because he looked so different from the rest of us. He's not, surprise y'all, but when I was little, I thought and he was into he had that long, dark, glossy hair, black, was into Taekwondo, and so I thought he
Look
was
just like the mailman, right?
I thought he was, I thought he was adopted, and his eyes were a little. So I don't know. Anyway, I was 4 years old. Come on, y'all, give me a break. But I have since then. I've often thought, how would I feel? Would I feel abandoned if I was adopted, or would I be like, well, my parents gave me up for a better life, so they did me a good thing? I don't know. And it's interesting to talk to different.
I guess it depends on where you end up and what type of family adopts you.
Yeah, maybe so. Yep. But
so my parents told me right off the jump. They told me my genetics right off the jump. Apparently, when I was a baby, I kept telling stories about how I was born in a teepee and this and that and the other. I had no idea. But it made no difference to family. Family is family. So
Yeah, that's very true. And I was talking about Spawn, kind of with that yesterday, and I'm like, we have our biological family or our family that we're raised in. Let's put it that way. We have our family that we're raised in, but then when we also, particularly when we get older, we tend to ad- adopt our family. If you think about it, with people outside of those confines, I said, so family is not just your immediate. You can make your own family. And she was like, "Yeah, Bob, I get it. Yes, I know, I know." So I thought it
we
was
have an
a surprise, but
update from the island. Shout out from Key West, where today is wedding day. Who
yes.
knows? Maybe I'll be inspired and settle down soon. That's Yeah, we're all laughing at that, Mike. That's not possible for you. You're just the rambling man.
Lord, if
Yeah.
he was born a rambling man.
We saw yesterday how you treated Lupita in Starry, so no, I don't know about that much. I don't know.
I've seen that 3 or 4 times now, and I still laugh every time.
I do too. I laughed my ass off yesterday. I'm like, yes.
That's a classic. A
It
classic.
is. It is.
Loki's greatest hits. It's one of the top 3.
All right. Well, I did it yesterday. I just have a problem. I have to do it again. We got. I'm searching through this.
The taco
Here
truck.
it is.
Taco truck.
You want the taco truck? All right. That's the one I made. Here we go.
The ringing won't stop.
I didn't know how to turn it off, so you get the music at the end anyway.
Yes.
I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. I still think the guy on the side of the taco truck looks like a young Kurt Russell. I don't know why. Hey,
Oh, that was when I was just learning how to do editing, so sorry for the quality, but
I love it. The sea
classic.
serpent, the serpent of the world eating.
it's calling Ragnarok. That's starting one. Someone called a horn to wake up Mexican Iron Man, and the heavens heard and sent oblivion upon the truck. Anyway, I tried.
I love it.
So, Mike, if you're still listening, have a good time. Take care of the new couple, and come home without any new children, okay?
yeah.
I know you're going to be tempted. I know there's plenty of windows to vacate through. You got your secret agenda out there as well. Just for one weekend, let it be about the married couple.
Yeah.
and not about your urges. So there we go.
Just remember, you
Heard it here first.
got to cross bridges to get back to the mainland. So they might set up a dragnet for you.
Bye. Oh my gosh.
All right, so today is Friday the 13th. Shall we talk about really stupid and spooky stuff?
Sure. Yes.
All right. The first really wicked, stupid thing that happened this week, the dangly bits of Mr. Mulvaney got awarded Woman of the Year?
Yes.
I just don't understand.
Yes. And wow, was that picture Photoshop for filth, y'all? I'm like, I see you. I see y'all. Okay, and I know that's normal practice, but still, they pulled up all of the Paint Shop Pro for that one. They really did. Yes, Woman of the Year, y'all, is a dude. Yay! 2023.
Well, you gotta remember, that crowd that votes on all that are not folks like us.
No. I think they have an agenda just to demoralize people and normalize perversion. But that's just me talking out loud.
If they had even gone so far to say Trans Woman of the Year, I would have been like, all right, whatever. Fair. Whatever. Say what you want. That's fine. But Woman of the Year?
I think that's
getting blurred. They are getting blurred, and it's scary.
I think that's a great cover for Mental Disorder Monthly.
I've seen pictures of the dude before Photoshop.
Well, the thing that makes me go is for what I've seen of him before. He's an actor, and he's admitted he's an actor. Like that's the way he wants to present himself to the world. Is as a performer. It's not a job. It's what he is. So I was like, okay, I see you.
He's a grifter.
But what the hell I want to know is what the hell even is an influencer? I mean, it's a catch-all title that don't mean shit.
Well, actually, it might, because influence means to sway or to persuade, and an influencer, especially like him, actually does that. Because we're sitting here talking about it, being actually quite amused at the stupidity of a lot of people that go along with this. So it has influenced our opinion to some degree to stand up and say, you know what? Some people in this world are just really stupid.
Yep. They have problems with their brains.
Not some
brains.
God. But yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, damn it, And again, if it was as a trans women category, I'd be like, okay, but I don't know. With everything that's going on, y'all might as well just enjoy us while you have us, because probably not going to be around very much longer.
The whole race.
Women are becoming an extinct commodity at this point. Like
the whole race won't be around much longer if they keep going the way they're going. I mean, you got to actually have biological women and biological men get together.
Yeah, you would think, but as it is nowadays, who knows?
It kind of balances it out, even though it's horrific and terrible. You think about it, the terrible people kill terrible people. The mentally disordered decide to mutilate themselves and don't have children. Over time, the only ones left are the normal people.
You would think.
I mean,
you just have to ride out the storm.
Yeah, that's.
As a side note, my 13th birthday was on a Friday the 13th.
Dude, Bob, you're in that club too. So was mine.
Yep.
So was mine. Hell yeah. To Friday the 13th, y'all. And it was one of the best birthdays I ever had. I loved it.
1970.
Well, I ain't telling you.
Should I be terrified or amused?
Ooh. Friday the 13th, children.
You're not part of the crowd.
I guess. I'll show myself out.
The very special club bodega. But yeah, 13, y'all's the best number. It really does get a bad rap.
Well, you know what has a bad rap? You know
Not
the history of it?
not just the modern lore, but no, not the actual history.
Once upon a time, a very long time ago, there was a group of people called the Templars. There is good and bad written about them.
Heard of
But
them.
once upon a time, they were extremely wealthy. The king of France was very poor and decided he was going to steal at least the majority of the lore. There are other takes on this, that it was not quite this at all, but the Templars were bad. But he decided, according to the majority of the lore, that he was going to claim that they were heretic and wipe them out and steal all of their wealth. He did a pretty good job of that. Their leader was taken and burned alive on Friday the 13th.
Ew.
After they
Ew.
had done terrible things of torture to him for days, and he never gave up any secrets.
Ow.
Yeah, that's where it came be a very unlucky day for the Templars.
And that's where. So they said the 13th is bad because of that.
Ever since then, that's what started it. Way back when.
That has to be one of the worst ways to die.
God, I know. I feel kind of bad now, loving that day so much. But ew. That's up there with one of my fears. I have 3 fears. One is being burned alive at the stake. One is drowning, and one is being up in space and being jettisoned outside and dying in space.
That's mighty specific.
Well,
3
it
fears.
makes you wonder. Are there witch tendencies in you because they used to drown witches, or they burn them alive? The space thing's something new, but I'm just wondering if there's,
Out the airlock. Out the airlock.
I don't know. I just have a thing. Every time someone's like burned alive on film, I'm like, oh my God, I can't watch. I can't listen. I can't watch. It's horrific. It would be one of the worst ways to go. And I just know. And then the drowning.
Quick.
Yeah, I just be quick.
Burning alive wouldn't be quick. That
No.
would take, it depends on how hot the fire was and how big it was.
Oh God, stop.
Yeah, but no, out in space, you'd be gone. Your brain would freeze. Yeah, you got 30 seconds tops, unless you exhale and wait it out, which I don't think is a very good idea. But, it'd be less than a couple of minutes, and you've been in a dentist chair where things went bad, where the Novocaine wore off or something. It'd be a lot quicker than that.
Yeah, I don't know. Those 3 ways are just not they're not ways I would choose to go.
I'm going to tell you right now, men can come up with the most brutal ways to kill people that you can imagine. I mean, we're very inventive in that regard.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Ugh. Yeah, Dean. Okay, oubliette. That's another thing. Oh my God. Yeah, anything claustrophobic like that, and known you're just abandoned and left to die. Oh, y'all, this is horrible.
Well, it is Friday the 13th.
That's true. It's appropriately horrible, but yeah, we could do horrible things to other human beings, and it just, I don't know. It's not on my radar. Yeah. Wow.
Well, don't challenge me. I will do my best if you really put it to me.
No.
I could start bringing up old X-rays and various tales of things I've seen over the years.
I believe
people's rot spewing out and toothless old ladies who talk about banging their head against the headboard, being driven by some younger guy. You know what? I got all kinds of things.
God, stop it!
my
X-rays with old spice bottles shoved up the butt. I could do it.
Ooh, yeah, well, toys and all kinds of stuff, I imagine. My oldest son is a physical therapist, and he specializes in wound care. I won't let him talk about work around me.
Oh, we go through that over dinner. My wife's a chiropractor too, and our sons have grown up knowing all the blood, guts, and horror since little. So we'll sit down and talk at dinner, and it will be things that will make some people just hurl and to us and just, all right, want another piece of steak? Here's your mashed potatoes,
You've really had somebody come in with a spice bottle shoved up his butt?
It was flat out on X-ray in the middle of his pelvis. Oh, I fell in the shower. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fell in the
Yeah.
shower with a okay. We see you, dude. We see you.
Showback's got it.
I'm like, oh my god.
Now, I think the weirdest one for me, at least something that someone did to themselves, because there are those frogs with the babies that come out of their back. The thing that terrifies me the most and it's some people think it's simple and not as bad as I take it, but river blindness just gives me the heebie-jeebies. You see people's eyeballs with the worms swimming around inside behind the cornea. Just, oh gosh, that freaks me out.
Yeah.
But the weirdest thing that I'd seen on X-ray, and I think some of you heard me talk about this before, it actually wasn't any patient that I had. I was sitting in class, and I got to be really good friends with probably the best radiologist one of the best in the world. He worked at my school, and so I got to sit with him and read things, and he'd always challenge me. It was fun, which most students think I hate X-ray, and they try and avoid it, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. So he flashed up this picture, and it was a chest X-ray, and it had all these little white specks almost everywhere on it. It was really weird. And it was, it wasn't so much in the lungs, but it was below that and all over and down into his intestines. And he says, you know what this is? And I sat there and looked at it. And the only thing I could come up with was he was shot by a gunshot, with small metal fragments.
Mm.
And he goes, no, that's not it. He had a patient that came in, and he was a sadomasochist. And one night he decided he was hungry for rotisserie chicken, went to the grocery store, bought himself a rotisserie chicken, and ate it, bones and all, including the aluminum foil bag.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
So he was wondering why his stomach was all messed up, because he had aluminum foil just spread throughout his entire system. Yeah, it was pretty weird.
Oh my gosh. How oh.
There are people that do these things. People, there are some people that are meant to survive and have happy lives, or try to, and there are those people who insist on doing dumb things.
I've heard about people eating, stuff that isn't food. It's some kind of compulsion, I guess, like a mental disorder.
Yeah, that was the old word we used to use for geeks. You probably remember that, the circus geeks.
Yeah.
They were the ones who ate the worms and ate the nails and drove nails into their heads, the circus geeks.
Wow.
But yeah, that terminology has changed. But they're there. Yeah.
See, I'm so immature. I don't think I could be. Well, one, I couldn't handle the gore factor. I don't know where the hell Spawn gets it. She at one point wanted to be a coroner or an embalmer. I mean, genuinely, not sensationally. She just has a very deep interest in that and death care. So I'm like, well, people are always dying, so it'd be a good job to get into. But I couldn't handle the gore fact. But I'd giggle. I'd giggle if some people would come in and, okay, yeah, the Old Spice butt. I'm sorry, I would have to have it. I would never be in front of them, especially if they're in pain or, I am a sensitive person. It's not like I'd laugh in their face, but yeah, I'd probably go into the hall closet there with the thumb depressors and the bedpans and have a good giggle or so. I'd just be like, how does this happen? But, it takes all kinds.
That is a good question, because I think time that I saw this, it was years ago, so we were probably still using antennas. The cable was out, of course, but who knows?
Oh my God.
He's picking up alien signals through his belly button.
He doesn't need a hat.
No, he's not, inside tinfoil for that. Wow.
He says he couldn't change a bedpan. The thing about being a dad is, you see all these videos of these guys that run away from things. I didn't run away from anything for my kids. I changed more diapers for so long, especially with my special needs son, and it was no big deal. The thing I could never do, and you may think this is funny, and I never did it once because it terrified me, was giving the infants a bath.
Really?
I don't know why. I couldn't do it. My wife had no problem doing it. I said, I will trade you 3 dirty diapers just so long as you do that. And she said, okay.
Yeah. Well, I can understand. I mean, little vulnerable life in your hands. I mean, I get that.
The little boobalas, you just didn't want them to slip beneath the water.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. I almost drowned once, and it's just, I don't know if that was a thing. Yeah,
Maybe.
Speaking of drowning, yeah, no, I did. It was a canoe thing, and
I think
friend of mine
everybody has
saved
at
my
one
life.
time or another almost drowned. I did when I was a kid. I mean, just one of them things. And then after that, my dad just threw me in the water and said, swim.
Oh, I knew how to swim. We were on a canoe trip down this little river that was too small for canoes. It was probably better for a kayak. And a friend of mine, we were way up ahead, and we decided to slow down, and we saw something in the water. It looked like belongings from someone that was on the trip. So we went out to get it, and somehow we got caught doing something stupid, turned sideways on a little island. Granted, this is a very small river, but it capsized the canoe, and I went on the rapid side of this little island. Canoe was on top of me. Of course, I knew how to swim, so I didn't bother with a life vest. But the current pulled me down, and the water was cold, and I stopped. I banged on the top of the canoe a couple of times, and
Gosh.
I just, it's like, okay, I'm done, and surrendered. And all of a sudden, whoop, my head popped up because a friend had crawled out on a branch and grabbed me and pulled me out of the water.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't painful. It was shocking at first, but I think the cold water helped. So it was, yeah, I came close, but I had just, stopped. I was a really powerful swimmer at the time, but it was, I don't know.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not as bad as you think. It just depends on the circumstance. All right. Arwyn speaks. Go ahead.
All right.
Arwyn.
Arlena says, my mom was a medical transcriptionist, and she said you wouldn't believe the types of things people come to the ER with up their butts. Oh my God. What is it about the butt? I don't get it.
There is an entry hole and an exit hole. And
that's the exit.
That one's designed for exit only.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Just they got to know they're not the ladies' man. That's all he talked about was the butt.
The butt, up the butt. Oh my God.
All right, Bear Beard Whiskers, thank you. Thank you very much. That means a lot. Yesterday was, yeah, thank you. I'll just say it that way. I have to do it. I'm sorry. Never gets old. I love.
Well, I had, Chris Purge, I had the same thing happen when I was working out in the field when I was surveying. I walked out onto a pond and went through the ice. Boy, you talk about a shock to your system.
Oh, I bet. You went right through into the water?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's cold. That is cold.
I was breaking ice. I looked like a daggum Russian icebreaker getting out of there. I mean, I was hitting it with my elbows and everything else. I finally got back up on top of it. I've never gone out on ice again.
Yeah, I can't. I don't trust it. I'll look at it from afar and wave. Aren't you pretty, frozen river or frozen lake or frozen pond? But I ain't getting on it. No, no.
And I was 19. I did something really stupid. I was a California boy. Grew up ocean, warmth. The coldest it ever got was maybe 45. And I ended up in Cleveland on one of the coldest days they had ever had. It had like a minus 70 wind chill. And I saw Lake Erie out there, and I go, that's cool. There's frozen waves. So I had to go out and stand on them. And I'm helping them, having a good time. Like, dude, take a picture of me. And a couple of my buddies are taking a picture of me standing out there. Come in and I had frostbite in my ears.
Oh, wow.
Idiot.
Really?
Yes. Not
You don't know
realizing,
it's
what? The wind is
No,
cold.
it's happening. Next thing you know, the top of your ear's gone.
Mountains learned his lesson early.
That is true. That is true.
If you want to end a relationship. No, you just look fat and everything. I like that one.
Unless you're like, yeah, baby, and I love a fat butt. Then that could mitigate. You're not telling the truth, but you're giving it sweetness. That's the way to do it. That's the way to handle a woman. All right? That is the way to handle a woman.
I thought you handled them with both hands.
Well, yeah, that too. I'm not going to give away all of our secrets, but yeah.
I don't think so. A lot of it you see that it's quite painful. It just depends. Like I said, I was in cold water, so it wasn't too bad. But I don't mean to get sad, just more honest. When I was 11, my brother passed away in a snowstorm, and of course it was a horrible time. He was 14. But come to find out, when someone gets hypothermia, from what I understand, that's one of the easiest ways to go.
Yeah.
You get warm, you get sleepy, and
You just
you go to sleep.
Yeah, go away.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was actually kind of a comforting thing to know that, in the process, he saved my other brother's life doing it. He gave his life for my other brother. But knowing that he didn't suffer, that it was peaceful for him. It was.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Some of the stuff you see on TV about, I don't know how they do it. They take the liquid or whatever and they oxygenate it to where people can actually breathe it into their lungs and live. And every time I saw that, it freaked me out.
Oh, there was that. I know what you're talking about. The Abyss. When they're using those suits, they had that in a movie.
Yeah.
And then
the
they would
helmet,
choke
they put
that
on the
stuff out.
helmet, and then it would fill up with that liquid. Yeah.
I know it doesn't. Maybe they fixed it, and I don't know about it. But once upon a time, the problem was because the lungs are lined with a certain chemical that allows the exchange of oxygen without hurting the lungs. And from way back in the day, it wasn't possible because it would remove that. So as soon as you took the fluid out, the person's lungs would collapse on themselves. If they figured out how to fix that, that'd be interesting. But technically, that should work to where they could handle serious stress underwater. But I don't know. It does look freaky.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this. Chris sent me some. Oh my God. Chris sent me some. Chris. Okay. I have to share this with you. Oh my God.
All right.
What the
You're
hell?
going to have
Chris?
to add it because I don't know how to do this. So if you could put it down like a character, however it works.
Okay. Chris. All right. I'm sharing it. I'm in space, y'all.
Yeah, but you got a spacesuit on.
Yeah, I'm safe. See, it hasn't cracked yet. I don't have any holes in my suit. I'm good, but I don't have a cord. So I hope I have jet boots on,
Hey,
so I can jet around.
You're gonna burn up in the atmosphere during the entry.
Spaced out.
Now, two of our worst fears.
Thank you, Chris. I feel so much better now.
That smile won't last long.
No, it won't. I'll be like, wait the hell one damn minute. What's going on? Oh my God.
Yeah. Now you're spreading it to other worlds.
Oh no, we do not want me in space. Oh my God, we do not want me anywhere near NASA. We don't want me anywhere near a spaceship, a rocket, nothing.
Space, Arwyn.
Here's the best one. Castle for the win. And didn't need wine for that one.
No, not at all. Oh man, I'd be Major Tom. I would like leave this planet and never come back and never know how to get home. Something would mess up. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm having all kinds of thoughts.
Rock it down.
Jeez. Yeah, I'll stay firmly on terra firma. Thank you very much.
Wait. Banjo was slightly corrected.
You have a problem, y'all.
Yeah, I have a fascination with space. I love I love it whenever. Ow, sorry, kitty got my toe. I love.
Wait, I didn't follow that. Space also kitty got my toe.
Oh no, the kitty attacked my toe as I was
You got
talking.
my toe.
Kitty got my toe.
Man, smells like tuna. Sorry.
Ah, shut up, Rick. But yeah, I love it. I just love the space program. I love watching all the takeoffs and everything like that. But damn, no, I will pass. I will stay here. I will let other people. I'll leave it to the professionals. Let them
There's
do it.
explorers, and then there's people that like to die in comfort at an old age.
That would be. I'm adventurous about some things, but I'm also realistic about others. And I don't think me in a small capsule like that up in space would work. I just don't. No.
I don't know. I'm one of those kids who always saw the stars as something to reach for with my own hands. Best I could do was write about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my late husband
Back when I was a kid, all I wanted to be was an astronaut, but I grew up during that space race. I mean, 1957 was the year I was born, so I watched it all the way up until Neil Armstrong.
The days of heroes.
Yep.
Yeah, Robert always wanted to go to Mars, but he's like, baby, one day, if there is a shuttle to go to Mars, are we going to be on it? And I'm like, he's like, well, I'm going to be on it. Are you going to be on it? I'm like, send me a postcard.
As long as it's just for a visit.
Yeah, E.T. would be like, she's too loud. Get her out of here.
Keep this one. We need not probe this one. It likes it way too much.
Oh, shut up. Oh, gross. No, I don't want to be ended up in some ER going, I don't know how the hell it got up there. I guess I just went to the shower. No thanks. I'll pass.
I got tears.
We do not take turns at using the tool. Send this one back. She's crazy.
No thanks. I'll stay away from the mothership. I'm fine here on Earth.
Can I keep this as a souvenir, y'all?
Knowing my love, if I went on an interstellar trip and they froze me, I'd be like, oh, Chris in that movie, I'd wake up in the middle of the voyage. Not the only one.
Right. Oh God. Even though I have a thing for aliens. I think they're cool. I think, why not? Maybe they exist, maybe they don't. Who knows? But I have a fascination for it, but it's one that I keep my distance. Nope. Too much technology involved in space travel.
I'm gonna tell you what. The way the technology has taken off in the last 40 years, I mean, things that we have now were unimaginable 40, 50 years ago. I mean, it's amazing how fast that, technology has changed this world, and not always for the better, for damn sure.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. I'm being ordered to check my DMs. Hang on.
Do it now.
All right. Let's see what.
Oh yeah.
Mark, I am not showing that again. No, no, he's got the spooky thing at the window. It says, Arwyn, look out your window. Stop it. I am not doing it. That thing freaks me out on every level. On
I
every
would say
level.
send it to me, Mark, but I don't know how to run this stupid thing.
Oh, fine, Mark. Fine. Hang on. Oh my God. Y'all, look what I gotta put
She
up.
loves the attention. Don't listen to
Oh,
her.
yes. I so want this right out my window. I want it out my window right there. How many incarnations have we seen? It keeps getting closer. Oh, that's all y'all get. And I have not heard that creepy noise since that night out the window.
Have you seen that animated? It's actually a video, a clip out of a video.
Yes, that was the first thing he sent me. And then he's done incarnations of it. I mean, and it's like Doctor Who's Weeping Angel. With each picture, it gets closer and closer and closer to the damn window. It's like, stop it. It's creepy.
I built an animated zombie this year for my grandson too, and it's
You did.
pretty terrifying.
Oh, Dave Bob, I bet it's fun to trick or treat at your house.
Well, I don't do trick or treat at my house. I do it over at my son's house because I don't want to deal with the kids. I just like to set stuff up and scare the crap out of them.
Understandable.
He has a sprinkler system set on automatic. Anyone crosses the
Get
little
off my lawn.
line there, the little sprinkler starts spraying the kids. That's his trick for the night.
Well, we're actually very fortunate about Halloween around here because all the kids, I mean, the access roads are blocked off of the main street. I mean, kids are bussed in. The police are out there. We have thousands of kids that are bussed in to come trick or treat here on Main Street because it is, or the main street of homes, like the historic district, the historic district where the big pretty homes are. Yeah, and it is, everyone decorates their lawn. People come out. They don't even bother sitting in their houses because there's so many damn kids. No point. And, your doorbell would be ringing literally every second. So everybody comes out, sits on their lawns, or their front porches with candy. It's a big, big deal around here. But the good thing is it leaves the other streets alone. And I don't live in the big frou-frou historical district. I live across the railroad tracks, y'all. You've heard Hogwarts. So
Mark has a solution to one of your problems.
Yeah.
God.
Just stick them in the bag.
Put a kitten in there.
Have a bow on them. You can unwrap it later.
That's actually not a bad idea. Because, they'll have their parents with them and whip out that kitten with a bow on, and the kids go, oh, Mama, Daddy, I want. Put the parents in a really bad spot right there where they'd have to say yes. I like it. I like it. Hell yeah.
I live in a small town where the kids are still tough and people drive around with the van, their side doors open, the kids dangling their feet out and they're just driving down the street and people throwing candy at them, the kids running everywhere. And it just, you never see a cell phone anywhere. We got service barely, but people are tough here and they're old fashioned and it's fun as heck.
Sounds like a real Gen X kind of town, actually. Because that's the kind of stuff we used to do as kids.
Oh, it is.
You know?
These kids are definitely Gen X type. They're extreme and they're good and no limits. Yeah, it's Gen X.
Yeah,
to be a kid again, but I honestly wouldn't want to be a kid now in this.
Neither would the ladies. They wouldn't want you to be a kid again.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Dave Bob.
Ouch. Ouch.
What is that saying? Youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah.
It's like, God, if I knew now in my 20s, back then my 20s, I might have made some different choices in my life.
But you wouldn't have had as much fun.
I was going to say, not necessarily big major ones, but I might have been a little more dedicated to certain things. And, I had my times in college where I didn't do so well. And then I had times where I did extremely well. So I might have kept that a little more consistent. But I agree. It is what it is. We learn what we learn. We are who we are because our experiences and our choices. But I have had a lot of fun. I have had a lot of fun.
I have a philosophy. You're always where you're supposed to be. No matter what point in life you're at, you're where you're supposed to be.
I like that, Bob. I really like that. There are times I would have passed on, but yeah, it is what it is.
Rooster wisdom.
Yes, it does. Yeah. So we're all we're supposed to be, y'all. Just go with that. Friday the 13th, we're all we're supposed to be.
It's something I learned when my wife and I, when we were in college, because we went to the same college. I was a year and a half ahead of her. But for those of you who have gone through college or understand college, to let you know what was going on, because this makes a point. We were taking, it was a trimester instead of a semester. It was trimester. So we went to school during the summers as well. We had about 2 weeks off the entire year. And each trimester we were taking 32 credit hours, not like 12 like the pansies do nowadays. So we were taking almost 100 credit hours a year. And these are not easy credits when we were going through our chiropractic stuff. But in the process, we tended to let the rest of the world go by, so focused on what schooling was. And we learned a valuable lesson that wherever you are, at any time of your life, make the most of it so that there are good memories, regardless of how stressful things are. You can always make things a little bit better.
Roll and tuck and roll.
Yeah, that's very true. Hey,
Yes, I am here because they are getting married, and we are all here because of Loki, and we do celebrate their wedding today on Friday the 13th of all days.
yes, it's so awesome.
All right. Let me find a good SKOL for that one.
Bye, Mac.
I do. Don't blame, boss.
Never leave me in charge. Have a good stream, Mac.
I love it.
Oh, we have something from Cambridge. I have a humble birthday wish to share. That song I mentioned, Re-Entry by Bruce Dickinson. I love it. If everyone gave it a listen after the show,
Fair
I'll have
enough.
to check it out.
Yeah.
I don't recall it off of the top of my head.
Yeah.
So,
I probably heard it, but I don't recall it.
I don't recall anything. My brain's shot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So's mine. I hear you.
I could, I spend more time looking for stuff than I do actually doing anything anymore. I'll put something down somewhere, just.
I'm laughing because I know what you mean.
Well, you know what? That one's okay. The one that will get you is when you're looking for stuff, like your glasses, and they're on your head. Or I saw one lady who was looking for her kid, and the kid was in her arm. Those type of things, that you really need to rest.
Yes. Or you're
Get us-
looking for your phone and you're using it to talk to Darth Arlena.
Or something.
That's a true one. That is true. She can testify to that. She can testify. That is
You're looking for the straw for your box wine.
Right. Put the box down.
It's true. So
You've had enough for the week.
yes, y'all. My God.
All right. Before we get out of here, you don't have to tell us anything you're doing, just whatever you would like to say for the last few minutes. We'll start with Lady Arwyn. Got any words of wisdom for the group, words of what you're doing, and things to say to the newlyweds?
Okay. Well, I don't know what I'm going to be doing this weekend. Everything's kind of up in the air as far as streaming goes.
As long as you get your wine.
Yeah, it's been that kind of few weeks. Words of wisdom, words of shit, y'all. Hold on, it's going to be a wild ride. That's pretty much life at this point. Hold
You had
on.
a good marriage. What made your marriage good, in short?
Oh, what made? Oh, okay, yeah, I could go there. Communication and trust. Communication and trust. Because let's face it, there's the honeymoon phase, there's reality phase, there's oh my god, do we have to be in the same room phase, there's I can't get enough of you phase. There's all these phases that you go through. We're human beings. That's life. No matter how good or wonderful a relationship is, you're going to have an argument once in a while. But the key is that argument is fleeting if you have trust and communication. That is what builds the love. That is what supports it. That is what keeps it going. And yeah, I mean, I had a great marriage. It wasn't perfect. We went through just about everything a couple could go through, but damn it, we were committed to each other. And that's why we actually survived till death do us part. And Loki and Eris, I just as speaking directly to them, just keep that going, keep that communication, that trust, and that love, and you will be able to survive everything if you are that committed to each other, and y'all are. So SKOL and enjoy your marriage, enjoy each other. Like Arlena said earlier in the chat, we are not promised tomorrow, and that is not to be a downer. That's just the reality of life.
Yeah.
We're not promised tomorrow, so make every moment count and appreciate each other.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Get married. And I'm excited.
Dave Bob, the one who's been married than either of us. Longer.
After 43 years of marriage, I can tell you the secret.
All right.
That's the secret.
I was leaning into the monitor, really listening for some wise info.
Get the notepad out with the pen. I got to write this down.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's the secret.
So in other words, there is no secret.
The secret is respect. I mean,
I agree. That's true.
You have to respect your mate. I mean, no matter what, ups, downs, you're going to go through everything. And after 43 years, I can't say I've been through everything, but I've been through a lot, and we're still together and we're still in love. So there you go.
It's 9:00. The rumba started in the house, so if you hear a little extra noise, you'll know why. Thank you, Dave Bob. I only have one thing to add because I agree with you both. Serve. If you're with the right person and you serve that person, they will serve you back. On their bad days, you help them. On your bad days, they will be there to help you. And working for each other gets far more done, whether it be for your home, for your relationship, for your family, than anything else. You think of them first, and if you're with the right person who will think of you first, there's magic in that, real magic.
I love that. Great.
And oh yeah, by the way, no prenups.
Yeah, you're building it on something that isn't based on trust. So if you're someone like Elon or some of these other people that, if you have to worry about a prenup, you have to worry about the person you're with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he did date Amber Heard.
Yep. It goes to show relationships are not his thing.
Well, honestly, I think my money detector is broken because I've never gone for a guy because of his money. Just, they've never had any, and that's never bothered me. I'm like, hey, I didn't marry you for your money. So, and it's truth because you ain't got none. So, we do that.
Well, thank you everybody for being here. Loki, Eris, Loki. We'll see you in a week and a half. You guys have fun.
Yes.
And do not, if you're listening to this while you're there, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You can listen to this later.
And don't get out of the bedroom for at least 2 days.
There you go. All right. With that, I am going to try and end this show. Thank you all for being here, and SKOL.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.